Hey, hello everybody. Hang on just a moment here while we get a few things straightened out. Okay. All right. Hey, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me on this beautiful day. All right, fellas, I know you're out there. I know you've been scrolling through. Stop. If that's you, if you're out here moving through and playing around with your phone and you came across me, I want you to stop. Sit down with us for a minute. Spend a few minutes with us today, right? Hey, listen, divorced men, stop scrolling. Many who have been following me, you know what I'm talking about, right? So listen. I want to, first of all, man, listen, I know one thing for sure that, man, how was your day? Those of you out there, fellas, I'm talking about who this thing is for, who this next, 50 minutes or so is for. How many of you out there today, man, have been really just like killing it, still making it through the job, the fella club, whatever that club is for you, but you still carrying the weight of unsolved feelings, unsolved emotions around your divorce. Or you may be even worse, in some relationships that aren't healthy for you. Found your way into something you can't get out of now. Whatever it is, it's not the answer for what you're looking for, right? We talk about peace. We talk about calmness. We talk about things that really matter, that are important, that we need to step into, right? As we work on changing, as we work on getting away from something, we have to let it go. We can't keep carrying it. We can't keep doing things that are self-destructive for ourselves when we're unable to let it go. Maybe it's unable to forgive ourselves. Maybe it's a time in your life when, like I was, when you thought you were married and it was going to last forever, right? You found the one and the family and all that, and life shows up and things happen and you're guilty of doing something that blows it up. Or you're on the other side of it. Yeah, you're on the other side. Somebody does something wrong to you, right? Wherever you might be today, I just want to ask you to work with me, right? Participate with me. When you come in here, let me know where you're coming from. Let me know who you are, right? And let's have a conversation today. Hey, Tiffany, I appreciate you. So here's what's going to happen, right? I'm going to ask you, if you allow me, please, to speak to you in a way that is going to be real talk, to speak to you in a way that might feel uncomfortable, but speak to you in a way that I know for sure can help you begin that reset, right? I talked a lot about making, getting some new direction, right? A new direction in your choices, right? From your choices that you're going to do differently, right? Yes, new directions, man. So we really want to really get you into this space. So that's one thing. So it might be a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. I'm not judging. I'm not pushing you. I am pushing you, but it's important to kind of make sure that we're on a level playing field. It's not judgmental, because I told you I qualify, right? But it's not about me today. It's about giving you something to think about, right? And something that, man, when we're done, when we're really done with this whole piece, if you stay here, you don't have to stay the whole time. I'll give you the nugget and you can move on. When we're done, right, you'll have an opportunity. Those of you out there who know you're meant for more still, those of you out there that are willing to do some work to get yourself back in that position where you are lovable once again. And most importantly, when you look in the mirror, right, you're not dodging yourself. When you look in the mirror, you're enjoying the person that's looking back at you. You found extraordinary love for yourself again. So here we go, right? All right, so we've talked about, I've asked you what to do. If you hear some things as we go through this thing that don't really line up with you, that's fine. You can get together with that later on, right? Again, this message is not fit. It's not a cookie cutter message. It's one that we can all use differently depending on what point in time we are in our lives. Fair enough? All right, so, all right. Let me go back just a moment and really introduce myself. I have a tendency not to do that. I expect everybody to know me, but my name is Geoff Tyson, and I'm affectionately known as the Comeback King. And got that name from people seeing me go through a heavy divorce and rebuilding a business and fighting health issues. And more importantly, man, it's knowing that new direction, the stinking thinking no longer has to be the thing that guides me. Staying stuck on stupid sometimes is what they used to tell me, right? Doing something different, finding some new direction, creating some new disciplines, right? And changing and finding that self-love again, man, right? Man, because nothing is going to happen. Nothing I say to you is going to matter if we don't get you to that spot in your life once again, right? You got to go from appreciating yourself to liking yourself to being loved on by others to help until you can love yourself once again, man. Right? So thanks, Comeback King Enterprises, for putting this together. You know, they're promoting coaching around this space and relationships and leadership mastery is what we're all about, right? Relationship and leadership mastery. You figure out your relationships, everything else shows up in ways that you cannot imagine, right? Just checking some technical things, but something's buzzing in my ear, but I'm going to keep moving. If you guys can hear me, drop a thumbs up in the chat. All right. I love that. Thank you, Tiffany. So anyway, let's get to where we're here today, right? Let's talk about something that I got to tell you is really, it's been an amazing transformation for me, right? And I want to welcome you to the mirror moment, the Eminem movement, right? The mirror moment. What is that? It's a 3-step challenge to start your healing journey, right? And listen, we're going to talk about that later on, but I want to make sure that you know again who I am. My name is Geoff Tyson, the Comeback King and Comeback King Enterprises founder, and who we are and what we do, and in collaboration with Conversations with Geoff, right? Where we amplify the message, the power of the comeback, right? As a way of life. Power of the comeback as a way of taking the pressures in life, right? And turning those into purpose, turning this thinking into truth, man. Everything we do in our relationships fall into our leadership, baby. Right? So important. So important, man. So anyway, let's get to this. So again, so you guys I'm going to ask you some questions. Hey, that's it. Comeback King. I'm going to ask you some questions about some stuff. Please, and most of you are going to hear the recording, and that's cool. But pay attention and participate. Pretend like I'm with you if you do hear the recording, right? So anyway, let's go. So you can see what we got here, and you know who I am now. So I know we already talked about who this is for. High-performing men and who look strong on the outside, but feel heavy on the inside, carrying that burden, carrying that unsolved pain, unsolved emotions that you haven't taken care of. Leaders, entrepreneurs. Men who are tired of that stinking thinking, and ready for some real healing. Oh, I was ready, man. Look, I was ready for some real healing. I'm gonna tell you. It was like, man, this way I'm living, this life has got to stop. I know I need to let go of it. I know there's some possibilities of change. I just can't keep doing it. Right? I need some new structure in my life. Anyone ready to stop living as a dressed up garbage can, right? That was my nickname, the dressed up garbage can. And shiny on the outside, smelly and stinking, unsolved feelings on the inside, like, trash sitting out in 100-degree heat, closed up. Just miserable, man. Miserable. So here we go. Got a couple questions lined up. So please just participate. And this is why I need your help to really make this thing count, particularly for those of you on the replay. I want you to, or if we do a replay, I'm not sure, but you get in the recording, you're getting it from one of our programs. Anyway, listen, let me start with a simple question. When was the last time you told yourself the truth about your situation? No mask, no, I'm fine, no, I'm good, right? No, man, it's okay. I got it. Fellas, we like to be bold and brave. I got it. Our ego is standing in the way. Our pride is in our way, right? we sometimes don't understand the power of peeling off the mask, right? When I say no mask, when's the last time? Write it down when it was. Put it in the comments if you hear it. Send me a message. Hey, Geoff, this was the last time. When you really said, this is what I'm really feeling. Have you ever done it? I mean, I got to tell you, this space here, these questions, man, at that point, I was in denial. I didn't think it's applied to me. I didn't think it mattered. What are you asking me that for? And actually, I didn't have a question. Nobody asked me this question, right? I mean, I'll stumble through these things on my own till I got some help, right, and figure some stuff out. But anyway, so that's the first one. Put it in there. Let me know what's up. All right. So now we're going to the next question, man. And these are just some things to get you thinking and some things that I asked myself along the way. So in order to heal, because this goes along with the question. So really, in order to heal, I need to. What is it that you need to really heal? Are you able to say it out loud? Are you able to write it down? And over here on the other side, no, it's not being stronger. In order to heal, I need to be stronger, right? Wrong. In order to heal, I need to work harder. And for those of you doing this, I'm going to ask you, so how's that working out for you? That's right. You got to get real, right? So how's it working out for you? I ignore the pain. Pray more. Okay, that's good. Right? But what kind of prayer is it? I mean, I ain't going to judge the prayer. Listen, I just put that one in there. We pray more. I know I was praying all the time, but I wasn't listening for the answer. Right. Stay busy. Oh, boy. Woo. Man, you always looking for things to do, always volunteering to have different activities. Right. But why is that? You know why. Because that thing is spinning inside. Right. That insanity, man, trying to find this way. So in order to heal, are you saying these things? I need to man up, all this stuff. Is this you? It was me for a time. So, hey, let's get real about things, right? I mean, we're doing this thing to kind of get free from some stuff, right? Hey, faith without works is dead. Love that. Come on now. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's go. So while all that stuff might be true, and what we know it really isn't, healing really comes from, I love this. Healing really comes from trying harder. That didn't work, man. I was busy. I was working my tail off. I was, repositioning my business. I was going through that tough time and trying to keep my ego up, right? Yeah. And most men don't need more willpower. Women don't need more manpower. We both need a framework. Right? Because the current framework, the current play that you're in, because we're all in the movie. We're all actors in our own movie. So the current framework, if you're that person, right, that I was years ago, and you're trapped in this crazy, relentless cycle, spiral staircase heading down further and further. You need a new framework, man, right? Today, I'm giving you a mirror moment. And people say, well, what's that, Geoff? I mean, but think about it, man. I mean, how simple. I like simplicity, right? And I know that simple stuff, man, it really works out. And it eliminates the excuses too, right? I mean, it really does. Because we make excuses that men before we finally surrender, like everybody. Oh, well, I'm too busy. What were those other things a couple back? I'm too busy. I'm going to work a little. I'm fine, whatever it might be for you. I mean, you know it. So anyway, let me stay focused on this because I can tell you something, man. I mean, the answer is simple. The mirror moment, man, is a real simple thing, baby, right? You see the pattern, what's going on, right? The pattern recognition is something that, we really dive into on the leadership piece and everything else. But once you start to pull yourself out of the movie and start to look at yourself, right, you start to recognize triggers, patterns, pain. Triggers, pattern, pain, TPP. Is that 2P, pattern, pain? Yeah, you start to notice it. You're like, man, whoo, I don't like that. There's got to be a better way. Got to be a better way, right? And so that better way is some ways of breaking the loop that you're in, that circle, man, and rebuild to come back. So anyway, let's keep moving here because I'm not going to keep you long today. So. Let me see here. The next one is, so I'm going to ask you another question. And this question is like, man, I was like, dude, is this really going to make sense for them? If I could help you find peace, wouldn't you want a simple way to protect it and keep it? I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer, right? Hey, I can tell you something. When I was caught up in it and I didn't think I had a problem, I didn't think anything was really going on with me. I was in denial and didn't want to hear anything. I just wanted to keep doing what I was doing. You know, I thought I was at peace. How many of you out there thinking you're at peace right now? Peace is deceptive when it's not really peace. When it's justified and rationalized to fit into what you're doing. You know, that is far from peace, baby. That's a little bit of crazy. Can I just say that? That's just a little bit of crazy. How many of us are tired of a little bit of crazy? So it's a yes or no question. You can find some peace. So here we go again. I want you to stay with me here. I don't want you to shut down. And like when I'm going to ask, this is kind of speaking to you directly. Success won't heal what you refuse to face. What is it that you're refusing to face? Man, listen, I like to give some examples just in case you guys forgot, that I do qualify for this. Well, I was willing to face that it was over. Something I thought that would last forever. It was over, man. No more. That whole life of mine was over. Right? What are you refusing to face? That, it's time for you to move on. What are you refusing to face? That, your partner will move on to another relationship and it won't be you. I'm sorry, that wasn't very nice. Come on, man. What is it for you? What are those things? Because especially as men, I mean, we're built to be strong, tough it out, provide, lead, and protect, and all that stuff, man. So, and still be whole and hold it together. And ladies, you have strong, powerful women. You're not exempt from this either, right? You're not exempt from this either. What is it? Healing isn't soft, it's leadership. What we talk about, what we do, leadership and relationships, right? Healing isn't soft, man. This is leadership. It's making a choice. It's creating some new direction. It's beginning to put a new framework in place, right? I mean, healing is a real thing. It's necessary because it's going to impact you in everything else you do. Broken hearts tend to break hearts. Unsettled emotions bring an unsettled energy, right? Yeah, people fail to face vulnerability is exactly it. Hiding behind it, man. Vulnerability is for wimps and chumps and weak people. No, vulnerability, stepping into vulnerability is freedom. Stepping into vulnerability will open doors that you will be amazed over. Because you'll begin to open up. You'll begin to let all that stuff you're holding out. Also, I mean, you free yourself from what's trapped inside when you can finally say, like I did, I can't take this anymore. There's got to be a better way. This is some crazy, man. Geoff, what are you doing? Right? You asking yourself that question? So-and-so, what are you doing? Healing isn't soft, it's leadership. Look, there's no comeback process and pivoting and paying attention to patterns and identifying, being aware. Right? It's not just you. It explains your purpose. The purpose in getting better, the purpose in healing yourself, the purpose in finding that extraordinary love again, which is your self-love. Come on, man. Take a look at the chat and say, just follow and come back. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Tiffany. Let's go. Let's go, people. Let's go. Right now. Here we go. Another one. You can't out-achieve what you won't heal. This won't happen. Man, I don't care what you're doing. You can't out-achieve what you won't heal. And listen, this is more than just the subject that we're talking about. If you never hear from me again, I want you to know that if you did stop in here and you got this far and you heard this piece, I challenge you to make sure that you peel off some more layers if you still feel some dis-ease in your silence, to dig a little deeper into that internal pit if you feel a little dis-ease in your choices. Because here's the gift, man, of all this thing is that once you get all the way back to what really set you up to be the person that you are today and solve those issues, man, you really got something going on there. Right? You really become a complete person then. Man, man, the journey forward begins with the journey backwards. Anyway, let me stay on track here, man. You guys, I could keep you here all day, but I ain't gonna do that. So stay with me. What you can't out-achieve what you won't heal. All right, we know what that is. You can't out-achieve unhealed pain. Performance becomes a mask. You put that mask on every day. You shine your cars up. You get your jewelry together. You get your image back on point. But on the inside, you still haven't taken care of the unhealed pain. And then all of a sudden, you find yourself alienated from people. Now you're isolated from people. And then what? And then what? What do you do next? Oftentimes, we find ourselves in relationships that aren't healthy relationships, right? Hurt people attract hurt people. Crazy, internal crazy attracts internal crazy. So you fellas out there or ladies out there that are in something that is like you shouldn't be in, man, I encourage you. Create a 24-hour reset. In other words, whoever that person is and you're hearing this, and you're like, oh man, thanks, Geoff. Look, let's do something different. Let's tell that person, hey, I realize that I need to help myself and this isn't helping myself. So please, let's be friends or whatever I got to say to break it up, separate it. And then 24 hours at a time, I want you to create something to yourself. In the next 24 hours, I will not do. And then I will not call. I will not text, whatever it is, just a little nugget on the side, right? I won't call, text, whatever. And you put some days between you and that person. Come on, man. So anyway, let me see. If you're not honest, you've been carrying, if you are honest, you've been carrying these things that you've never processed, what I've been talking about. Come on, man. It's time to get honest, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to get honest. Honesty will set you free. Freedom comes. What do they say? That what you hide in the dark gets exposed in the light. The truth comes out eventually, always. You're not fine. You need some help. So I talked a lot about me already. So I had an aha moment like I want you to have an aha moment. I flipped my thinking, right? And built my healing first. And it started looking. I had to put myself first after another. You're going to have to put yourself first. Approach. Because when you make choices that cause you some emotional pain, that cause you some stress, that cause you to kind of repeat some things you said you weren't going to do, you're kind of compromising your own integrity, you're compromising your own feelings around some things that you need to let go of. You put yourself first. When you look in the mirror in the morning, you say, today is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I will not allow myself to be victimized by my own stinking thinking. Come on, man. I will not. Right? Whatever that is. So anyway, what is the next one? Not image first, no grind first. We've talked about that enough. I beat that dead horse to death. Right? It comes with healing first. Right? Not image first, not grind first. It comes with healing first. Because check this next one out, right? This next one is really powerful because when the inside gets healthy, what does that look like when the inside gets healthy? When you're no longer in those private, quiet times and you're no longer in emotional turmoil, you're no longer waking up in the middle of the night or can't lay down and sleep in peace because of the stuff you've either done or stuff you're still trying to hold on to. I say stuff, but you know what I'm talking about. The things that are unsettled yet, they're still spinning, still dragging you, man, just like this. Ooh. When you start working on that and it starts getting healthier, your leadership gets lighter. It's easier to make decisions. It's easier to be more decisive, not double-minded. It's easier to say no to things that you need to say no to. It's easier to implement change, which is going to be required in this process. Implementing change, right? Anyway, man, you guys get the picture, right? So look, stay tuned. This is where your comeback becomes real, right? This piece here, I want you to just think about this. You can read through all the stuff that's out there, and we won't highlight on all of them. But I've watched men, and this is my journey. I watched men transform, men and women transform when they stopped hiding, when they stopped making excuses, right? When they were saying, "Man, I got honest about their activities," right? This you don't do this thing perfectly. You don't. It doesn't happen perfectly. What happens is practicing, right? And practicing, you get stronger. Practicing, you get more courage. Practicing, you get some evidence that when I'm talking to you about words, right, or whatever you choose, right, whatever you choose to dig yourself out of this situation, right? Get them out of the framework, man. New framework. Call it, and here's the mirror moment, right? And it shows you right here. Awareness, become aware. I had to really look, I had to really stop for a minute, right? I want you to stop for just a moment and really look at your situation, not what you're doing to kind of hide yourself, not all the success you're having, not all the compliments you're getting for whatever you got going on the outside, that external noise. I'm talking about inside, right? Aware of what you're doing. You're looking at your patterns. Oh man, pattern recognition is a powerful thing, right? Listening to how often your stinking thinking is reminding you that, hey, you don't deserve a relationship. Your stinking thinking is reminding you, hey, you were the bad person in the race. Your stinking thinking reminds you of, no one's going to ever trust you. Whatever that stinking thinking does, whatever that leads you to, right? Whatever that thing is spinning, right? All that stuff. You get aware. And there's some honesty in that piece too. Because once you become aware, then you have to make different decisions. Then you get to make different decisions. You get to choose something different. Man, you get to choose something different, right? So awareness, release. Release is a process over time. You release yourself from the prison that you're in, right? You begin to make some different choices. You begin to communicate on a different level and then rebuild, right? You get it. Awareness, release, and rebuild. And I've been in leadership in human development for over 45 years. So, I've seen a lot. I haven't seen everything, right? But I've seen a lot. And, a lot of times, people that I've been helped or we've been engaged in over the years, man, it's just been part of my life's journey, right? But I've always made sure that I only speak about what I've been through, baby, right? What I've been through, what I understand. Right. And so I'm not for everybody. I'll guarantee you that. And everybody's not for me. I'll guarantee you that as well. But I want you to know something. Man, I was thinking the other day about what is really important in my life, right? What message am I supposed to stand in? And yes, leadership and business and all those things, yeah, and we still do. But in this space here, I'm meeting so many people that are like, you ask them a question and they say they're fine. You ask them a question again and they say, well, it's okay. And you ask them another question and it's the same rhetoric. And you look at them and you can see it's just, man, stuck, miserable. Oh, we want to amplify worldwide through our processes and systems that there is a better way out there, man. And it starts by looking in the mirror every morning. I mean, most people have mirrors in their bathrooms. Most people have phones and they can look on their phone. Most people have access to a reflection of themselves. And we don't, it's not sexy, so we don't do it. And we don't like, oh man, a whole lot of people talking about it, so we don't do it, but do it. I've seen what works. Create safe spaces, truth and framework. Oh man. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot in all of this because I'm kind of getting, I want to honor your time and all the other things. And we got opportunities to talk about this stuff. But the mirror moment, the 3-step framework, I told you I was going to give you some 3-step framework. I got 25 different ways to find love again. We do that on Summit Series where we bring experts in and all that stuff. So you got access to a broader range of information and resources. We want to amplify this message, man. We want to get people to understand it, the comebacks in our lives, our way of life, opportunities for us to shine, opportunities for us to rise, man. Anyway, so first one, face the mirror. And that's where the awareness was. This part, I'm just going to talk about this one the most because this is really the thing. I want you to think about how your day goes. I want you to really think about when that big old mirror that you're looking at. Most bathrooms have a fairly decent sized mirror. Some of them have great big double mirrors, all that stuff. Big mirror, get perfect chance to see yourself. How much time do you spend looking at you? How much time do you spend connecting with you? Or are you kind of like glancing past yourself, looking for the toothpaste, looking for your razor, looking for soap, washing your hands, you glance up a little bit, maybe look around, but you're not looking at you. Dodging yourself, man. We got to stop dodging yourself. We need no more dodging. Right? First thing, no more dodging. You're going to look in the eye and you're going to say, well, Geoff was talking about something I should feel. So I want you to stop dodging and look in the mirror, look in the eyes of the person you look. And then some days I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, man, I can almost connect with my pops. It's crazy, right? People say, I have a favor in the way we look, but I can connect with his spirit, man. Woo! So, what's it say? Name the pattern, the trigger, and the story you keep reliving. Patterns, triggers, and stories that you keep reliving. That stinking thinking that keeps showing up for you, that keeps you all twisted, messed up, right? And chaotic energy. And when you're in chaotic energy, you're going to get chaotic energy. When you're in peaceful mode, you're going to get peaceful mode. Awareness, breaking the loop, and building the comeback, right? So breaking the loop, man, we're obviously we do some things on that, and that's the release, and that's where the practice comes, and that's like I said something the other night about just 24 hours. I was talking to some people. Look, the next 24 hours, do these things. Pick one of these things that you can do to recreate a new pattern, to disrupt. You got to be your own disruptor, right? Uber and Lyft were the taxi cab disruptors. Airbnb were the hotel industry, hospitality industry disruptors. You've got to be your own personal disruptor. Man, it's time, right? And then build the comeback and how we rebuild that. I mean, these things are really simple to follow. Doesn't take a lot of time, doesn't take any money really to do these things. You can take these and go on, never see me again, and practice them. I guarantee you this, if you practice them for about a week, right? Or just one day, really do it one day. It's going to start to trigger something else. And it's going to get down in your fibers a little bit, right? It's going to get down to that neural piece of your world, and it's going to start to spin, right? We want to start to disrupt it. And the mirror moment 3-step framework can do that for you. Yes, it's a real deal, man. So I'm kind of like at the point now where I just need to ask another question. Has what we've talked about been valuable for you? Going back from the very beginning as who this thing is for. Have you identified yourself as someone that's like, man, I have been hiding. I am carrying something that I haven't really dealt with yet. It does affect my peace. I haven't had peace since the divorce. I haven't had peace. And then you can put in, when's the last time you really felt like you had peace? When is that time? Right? Or is it something that we talked about and you see yourself being able to do to make some changes, to create some new patterns in your life? So it hasn't been burned. If it has been, if what I'm saying to you has been, type in mirror in the chat if this is hitting home. And yeah, a lot of you are going to get the recording. I already know that. So, you'll all be able to reach out to me. Hey, Geoff, I saw the recording. I really want to get more from you. And you can reach out to that. You can certainly do that. You'll be able to get me pretty easily. But if it is, type in the mirror. And if you're getting the recording or you're finding this in one of our training packages that you've gotten, make sure you do that if it speaks to you. Because this has only been it hasn't even been an hour. We'll probably have an hour maybe when we're all finished. You want me to join me for a 90-minute breakdown, the 5 A's to peace, right? We're giving you 5 A's to peace and really going through the 3-step miracles. We call this the magnificent comeback. Yeah, we got an offer for you. Of course we got an offer for you. I'm not just showing up here because I not only like you, but I know that I can help you, right? And helping you helps me. So it's important, and if you don't feel Geoff, feel somebody, find somebody. Stop doing this journey by yourself. Stop living in isolation. Stop suffering in silence, man. So anyway, the magnificent comeback. Look, it's a 90-minute live workshop, right? 90-minute live workshop where we go over the 5 A's that are tied to the mirror moment, right? With some prompts, give you some understanding on how all that works, what all the 5 A's mean. And then you get a 30-day comeback map, right? And that 30 days, it's going to show you, right? I say it's comeback. It's going to show you where your progress from the day we started to 30 days out, where your progress is taking you. And you do the work, you're going to be like, wow. You're going to be amazed at the progress that you made. You're going to be amazed at, right? The next one is 30-day comeback map, identity. You're going to be amazed at who you're becoming. Right? I'm saying 30 days, man, because I'm not going to do 6 months for this. We want to change and help you change, and we want to help you change now, not later, right? And if you're really tired, sick and tired of it, man, then this is what you should be doing, right? So 30-day comeback map, identity, boundaries, and daily practice. Oh, that identity, baby. Listen, that piece right. I mean, how you see yourself is how you be yourself, right? That's a Geoffism. How you see yourself is how you be yourself. Aren't you tired of being that person? And the boundaries around that, creating boundaries around yourself, protecting yourself from yourself, and then more importantly, boundaries around the people that you allowed yourself to circulate in, right? Because when you're in this space, usually your proximity of people around you, very successful, but probably have very similar issues, unresolved issues, right, that don't really help you. So you get new boundaries around yourself for yourself and new boundaries around those around on the external piece of it and some other things to practice and daily practices. It's like getting back in the gym, baby, right? You got to develop some new muscles, man, right? We're talking about developing new muscles. That's all. Right? So the total value of this whole package is $997, and actually it's $1997. We haven't updated the slide, man. But anyway, it doesn't matter because it's $147. Right? We've got nailed down to choose I can do is $147, man. And listen, yeah, you are worth a whole lot more than that. Right? So don't let this be the issue. And no, I don't think there's any payment plan on it. I mean, come on. Right? So magnificent comeback, 90-minute live workshop, 5 days, step by step. Ooh, 90, 30-day. I may even stretch that to 60-day for some of the founding folks in this piece of it. I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure that piece out, right? We want to give you more than what you need to make the difference in your life. Plus, you get VIP access. Obviously, yes, VIP is really important. Why? Because you get access to training recordings. So that means training recordings and then, we got some other stuff in here you're going to see. It's going to be really powerful in terms of education, really powerful in terms of connection and exposing yourself to new people, right? So 30-day access to that. Excuse me. 30-minute discovery call, right? I mean, it's so important to have a conversation. And, if anybody that gets in, in these next 2 weeks, we're doing these webinars, we're going to give you an extra 30 minutes on that call. So it's going to be an hour bonus discovery call. And oftentimes, for those that take advantage of hot deals, we give them a follow-up call after that. So you got about 90 minutes to 2 hours of my time, right? It's part of this whole thing, man. And we have a conversation, just you and I, and opening up, let me know what's going on with you. Right. So 30-minute extended call bonus, 30-day accountability follow-up plan. That's part of that other thing. So we do the call, we do everything else, we do the map and all that, and then we have to come back and follow up in 30 days. Right? Because you're going to be moving in 30 days, man. I ain't talking about some 6, 12 month, 9, none of that stuff. We do have that. And yes, some of you need that. And yes, I do that for you. But this program here is just jumpstart, baby. Get you moving, get you moving. And so, with VIP access to the summit, and that's the other part about, I was talking to you about having access to more information. Guys, I've got something going on, sinus or something. So my voice sounds funny. It probably is. But we're winding it down and we're getting close to the end. So anyway, stay with me. This bonus, man, VIP access to Summit Series recordings, anywhere from 15 to 21 different experts from all over the world that are speaking to you, right? Maybe your marriage had sexless, you were in a sexless marriage, and that was something that you couldn't get resolved, but experts that speak to you in that space to, acupuncture and how that healing process of your body, right? Your vital organs and from the traditional psychiatrists, psychologists, experts, relationship experts, you name it, we've got something in there. So you're bound to find something that's going to free you up. Right? We want to pour some stuff over you, eliminate all your excuses, and get you back in track. So when you're looking in the mirror, baby, you're excited, right? VIP access, so we're talking about that. So that whole piece, like I said before, $19.97, normal price, normal value, but you get this and all the other things from the other program, which are the Magnificent Comeback, 90-minute lab workshop, 5 A's, step-by-step coaching. Right? You're going to do some work, we're going to huddle up together, and it includes a mirror moment worksheet. Ah, man, a little customized little worksheet. It's cool. Right? Simplicity. What did I say at the beginning? Simplicity is key. And I'm a real simple guy. We keep it simple so you can keep it simple, so you can make changes. And let me see, guys, here. Let me step off. Man, as I move from this page, DM me for email for registration and VIP. Right? Our link, changing the link now. So just direct message me on Facebook, direct message me on LinkedIn. My name, you guys have it, Geoff Tyson, Geoff Tyson, right? And it'd be good to have a conversation with you anyway. I mean, that's the benefit of why we're having this way we want you to do this email, so we can talk for a minute, right? And then figure out maybe that $147 is the big reach right now. And you really like to do it and you're not certain. So maybe, if you hit the DM me or let's communicate via email, maybe even get a phone call before you decide. I want you to be comfortable in this community. I don't know if you're listening. What I just said was, if you're getting this recording and you have some interest, but you're not sure if you want to spend the $147 or you don't have the $147, and believe me, I don't want to minimize that. I've been in situations where, it was tough. Times were tough. Stuff happens. So I want to give you that opportunity to do that now. DM me with an email for registration and MP, and then put just conversation if you need to have that next. Right? And let's have that. Let's make that time. Let's choose to do something different. Like I said, man, it's important for me to let you know that, we are here. I am here to serve you. This is the space that I am meant to be in. And it's relationships and leadership, baby. 45 plus years, thousands of people, millions of dollars, all that stuff, right? But here's the hit. I know this for a fact. I know that you guys that are out there and you're listening to me don't want to stay stuck in crazy. Don't want to stay stuck in struggle. I was going to say stupid. Don't want to stay stuck in struggle. You're looking for a way out. Send me an email, reach out to me. Let's have the conversation. Don't let 147 be the reason why. If you feel what I'm talking about and it resonates with you, don't let that be the reason why we don't connect, right? The workshop, the date's going to be in a week or so, and we'll get the real date out for you, so we'll get that calendar. And it may be a replace for the workshop, probably will be. But listen, as I close this thing up with you, I want you to hear me when I say this. The mirror moment is really something that you can do now, right? Look in the mirror, find the calm, don't dodge, don't look up and down, all around, don't look past yourself, but look into the mirror, look into the eyes of the person that's looking back at you. Tell them that I am sorry, but we are going to make a difference. Have that conversation with yourself about yourself, mirror to mirror. It's magical. It's magical, man. It works, right? And then from there, 24 hours, be aware of the next 24 hours, you'll be aware of every time you get ready to do something that's self-destructive. Right? And you write down, I will not, whatever that thought is, I will not follow out this thought. I will not do that. I will not call. I will not act. I will not drive by. Whatever that is you're doing, I won't do it anymore. No more. I'm going to invest in the magnificent training and 147. I'm going to reach out to Geoff. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to make this stuff happen. I'm going to stop putting myself second. I'm going to put myself first because I'm going to rise. I'm going to rise. Let us be rising together. Let us work this thing out together. So, any questions or anything, drop it in the comment section and make sure to reach out to me. I want to tell you this from the bottom of my heart, man. It's been a fantastic conversation that we've had today. And I know for sure that if it's not for you, then you know somebody that it is. Like she said before, share and pass this thing on. We may put this back out for other folks to get the opportunity to listen to. And listen, life is too short. And if you tried things before, direction, right? Direction leads to discipline. Let's redirect our actions. Let's redirect our thoughts. Let's put some new direction on the things that really matter to us. And let's go from not liking ourselves. Let's go from liking ourselves. Let's go from liking ourselves to finding extraordinary love for ourselves and get free from the crazy. All right, mirror moment. We're going to see you. Invest, reach out to me, make that investment. Don't let that be the reason to stop you from us connecting. And remember that I believe in you and I believe your comeback is now. And let's rise up. Let's rise up, baby. And we'll see you. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.